Oh, still 1500s. Come on, give me a 1600 at some point. Oh, it's Dondozo. It's 222 Dondozo. Of course it is. Oh, and it's Gouging Fire, and it is Spectria, and it is Ogopon, and it is Qianpao. Quite straightforward. It's bound to run into this at some point. Like, surely the 222 can be improved at this point. You can replace one of those twos with something else. They probably combine like Gouging Fire onto their like over Dragonite and Chi-Yu, and then something else can go in the Chi-Yu slot. Flotsamain Chi-Yu is going to be the scariest because I don't know if the Chi-Yu scarfed or not. And it will be because it's the GC. Like, I can't remember how long it's been since I've seen a Choice Scarf Chi-Yu. It's a cool trainer card. But it just will be, because that will be the worst case scenario for me. Yeah, here we go. Oh, they're not booster. Ooh, they're not booster. So I don't want to commit my Terra. That's not worth it. So I'm just going to Heat Crash and Snarl. And then we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're just no bulk, and I just KO them immediately. But they weren't booster, so I wouldn't suspect Icy Wind. They're terroring for some reason. Oh, that was a weird terror. Wasn't threatening anything super effectively into you. And now you're weak to Snarl. So, fine. Just be frail. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, this is a good start. And now here's the Choice Scarf, so... Yeah, they are Choice Scarf, but it was Snarl, so that's fine. Like I said, it's the GC. Of course they were Choice Scarf. But now I get a responding Snarl. No, I don't. Of course I don't. I don't get to punish the random Terra Ghost, because why would I? But they did not bring Dondozo, so that's fine. I get to just spam Breaking Swipes at this point. In fact, I think I Burning Bulwark first. Because I can get the burn on the Dragonite, right? And I should be able to switch in pretty safely into Qianpao now that they are locked into Snarl. Like, they're definitely Choice Scarf, so... And that means I can just pin them with Sucker Punch too. Like, this should be pretty reasonable. If I burn the Dragonite, I'm very confident I've already won. They can't actually Terra Normal anymore either. Yep, Extreme Speed, they're burned. I should be sorted now. So I can just Ice Spinner completely safely into the Dragonite. That's doing absolutely nothing. They can't switch up into a fire move. So the game is basically locked at this point. I will simply go for a Heat Crash into the Chi-Yu, and I will go for an Ice Spinner into the Dragonite, and we're sorted. Here comes the Qianpao, but that's taking a Heat Crash on the switch in. And regardless, I will simply Sucker Punch the Chi-Yu at some point. Yep, no damage while you burned. It's got to be Choice Band based on that damage as well, though. Bounce Focus Sash. Yeah, the game's just sealed at this point. It's just a Breaking Swipe and Sucker Punch. There's nothing they can do. So I'll take that for sure. The fact that the Fluttermane just went down to the Heat Crash was very useful. Even after the Snarl Miss. And I've got the Snarl Miss out of the way. That's nice. I know that's not how stats works, but it is. Trust. So I will Breaking Swipe. I will Sucker Punch. And I win. There's a weird Terra Ghost. I'm not really sure what the justification for Terra Ghost was there. Just wasting a turn. Because this is definitely a KO, there's no chance of survival. And I will just attack again. Could have done that turn early and saved some time. But that's fine. Like I said, this is the true streak. I think I'm one game away from 1600s now, which will make me a little bit more comfortable. Because losing 3 already isn't ideal. Yeah, one game away from 1600s now. People are playing, like, I'm finding games quick, and it's another 1400s, which is annoying. What do I do against beat up Terrakion? Haven't had to face one yet. Haven't had to think about the matchup. I think I can get away with that, right? Because then I can Ice Spinner the Whimsicott and Headlong Rush the Terrakion. And then they can't beat themselves up because next turn I could Sucker Punch the Whimsicott. That should be okay. If they lead with Rain, whoops, but can't cover everything. I could do the same with Ogerpon and Terrorit, and that would accomplish the same thing. Primarine is really good here. And I think I still want Great Tusk purely because there is a Archaludon. Cool trainer card. Yep, there it is. So theoretically, I can get away with Terra Ivy Cudgel and Ice into the Terrakion, and Ice Spinner into the Whimsicott, and they can't get the beat up as far as I can see. Because if they beat up this turn, they get KO'd. Like, I'm pretty sure my Ivy Cudgel still KOs the Terrakion. If they protect, why were you terroring on the protect turn? I take everything I just said back. That is not ideal. That is a very uncommon terror on Terrakion. Like, it's usually Ghost, but yeah, that's not good. Because if this is a beat up this turn, they get it, and they get a double KO, and I lose. This had better be a Tailwind. It is just a Tailwind, so they don't get beat up this turn. However, close combat will KO my Chien-Pao. It's Rock Slide, don't you dare. I can still be perfectly fine if you just get... Yeah, that's a good start. Yeah, cool. Is that Choice Band? I think that was Choice Band. Whoa, that was damage. And I don't flinch, so I can just Sucker Punch the Terrakion now. And no Focus Sash. So, yeah, that had to be Choice Band damage, right? Although I've got Sword of Ruin helping. No, Choice Band would have surely KO'd my Chien-Pao. It's Sword of Ruin helping it that's getting that. But now I can't, because he can follow me. What did I have? Primarina and Great Tusk, okay. Don't think there's anything I can do with the Chien-Pao. I could switch to Primarina. But I want to be greedy here. No, if I'm Sucker Punching, I should Ivy Cudgel. Like, it should be Sucker Punch and attack, or it should be Switch and Spiky Shield, and I ran out of time. It is Follow Me, yeah. So that should have been Primarina and Spiky Shield. If I dodge the Rock Slide, that wastes a turn of Tailwind, which would be ideal. But instead... Now, this is still very awkward. So they still got 2 turns of Tailwind. Does Ivy Cudgel KO my Great Tusk? So I think it has to be. Can't be Primarine and Protect, because then I still just have one more turn and can't do anything. So... I believe it's Close Combat the Ogerpon, switch to Primarina, and then I can double Protect on the last turn, and ideally my Ivy Cudgel is enough to KO the Ogerpon. So if I get this Close Combat off somehow, I do because they follow Mead, so this is actually pretty decent now. I take back everything I just said. Once again. So, now what? I could lock into Earthquake. Do they have anything else that was off the ground? Come on. That's the button, isn't it? They have Pelipper. So if it's Pelipper, then I can't lock into Earthquake, and the play I want to do doesn't work. But I'm going to play for it being Archaludon or Regidrago. So I'll switch into Ogerpon. And because I'm planning to click Earthquake, is there any reason to even click Protect with Primarina? Because if I can get something off, then I can not lock into Earthquake, and that would be better. So I'm assuming I lose both Pokemon here. And then I'm just going to hope it's Archaludon as the last Pokemon. Because, you know, Rock Slide can miss. But it wouldn't make a difference. Unless they go for Ivy Cudgel and I live. Yeah, it was Horn Leech. So, if they have Pelipper, they win. If they don't have Pelipper, then they need to hit a Draco if it's Regidrago. And I think I live a Draco from an Archaludon. So I'm just playing as if there is no Pelipper waiting in the back. I'd be surprised if there was, given that Archaludon Regidrago would make a lot of sense also. So let's just click Earthquake, be strong and KO the Ogerpon. Them having Poison Jab was not ideal. That makes sense. This should KO. Be surprised if it doesn't. Ah, so there was a reason to Protect, because then they wouldn't have got the Horn Leech recovery. That was the thing. Regardless, I still click Earthquake for the rest of the game and hope it's Archaludon. And them actually protecting means that I do win if it's Archaludon waiting in the back. I lose if it's Regidrago, and I lose if it's Pelipper. No, because they can Spiky Shield. But it better be Archaludon, and I better be strong enough. If it's Regidrago, I definitely lose because they just click Dragon Energy, and I'm not strong enough. So yeah, there was a reason to protect Primarina there, and that was so that they didn't get Horn Leech recovery. So please show me Archaludon. Do not show me Pelipper. Rip in pieces. I am quite surprised that's the last one, given the 3 they could have chosen. That seems like an odd pick as the last one. But, yeah. Not much I can do there, I don't think. If I go for... No, because they have Poison Jab. If I'd have gone for close combat into the Ogerpon on the Terrakion Protector, and I could have still broken a Focus Sash. I could still KO the Terrakion with close combat that next turn, and then hopefully my Primarina would 1v1 the Pelipper, but it probably doesn't. So, regardless, I don't... Like, as soon as it was Terra Poison, I think I was in a pretty bad position. And again, like, you know, it's the GC. I've lost 4 again. It always happens. Like, all these things just seem to go wrong. And it's always the GC. Like, always will catch you. Let's just rain stuff again. So Ogerpon as a lead is really good here. So is Genpao. Primarina is pretty good. And finally, they have an Archaludon, so I'm bringing Great Tusk, even though they have a load of rain stuff. So... Like, is Poison going to be the most common on Terrakion? Like, you don't really see Terrakion, to be fair. The beat-up Whimsicott Terrakion is quite rare. But, as far as I understood, most were Ghost. Which rhymes. Because, you know, you get rid of the fighting weakness, and you can't be faked out, and you have Covert Cloak on the Whimsicott, and then you doubly can't be faked out. So, Poison is obviously a good typing for it. Because Fairy and Grass makes perfect sense. Just annoying. That's not a cool training card. This is not too bad. So. I could obviously just Ivy Cudgel immediately KO the Politoed. But surely I can do that later. So I'm just going to double this Archaludon. And I'm pretty happy that there's no Terra, because this is absolutely a KO. Right? Even with a defense boost? Surely? Yeah, cool. Did think it would be. Worst case is Icy Wind, I guess. But then that activates Defiant. Just Ice Beam, that won't KO. Yeah, that was pathetic. So that's a reasonable start. Tornadus is perfectly fine. Because I can go for a Terra, outspeed their Politoed even if they click Tailwind, and Ice Spinner into the Tornadus, and then that's perfectly fine. Politoads are not run fast enough to outspeed this Ogerpon. Like, they're definitely a bulky Politoad because that did no damage with Ice Beam. So they won't be fast enough to outspeed. And they're just attacking here regardless, so it's fine. KO Politoad for sure, even -1. No way. It was surviving there. I would expect the Tornadus to survive the Ice Spinner. You can easily be able to EV it so it can. But they're a bulky one because they undersped my Genpao, so... Or it's just Focus Sash. While not being max speed Tornadus, so they must be modest. But I'm fine with that. Big Wind Storm, doesn't really matter. Ogerpon's done its job for sure at this point. And what did they have? They had Ogerpon... Actually, to be fair, Ogerpon's not ideal. Yeah, wait a minute. Ogerpon, if it's Ogerpon, they can reverse sweep me. So it's got to be Primarina first. It is Ogerpon. That's not good. So I've used my Terra now. If I save my Terra Steel, that would have been pretty good. However... Yeah, this is... I've got to still get this turn right. I thought it was pretty smooth sailing, but it's not. This should still be okay, though. Because if they Tailwind here, then I get the KO into Tornadus, and I might be able to 2v1. No, I don't think I will. If they Ivy Cudgel the Chien-Pao and Tailwind, I think they win. And I don't think there's much I can do to stop that now. Sucker Punch into Ogerpon would have still won the game, I think. But they Fallen Leeched. And that is a KO. But that's alright. So long as I two-shot the Ogerpon with Sucker Punch. If I don't, then I do lose. Because it's either Ivy Cudgel into Chien-Pao, and therefore its Sucker Punch Close Combat is a KO. Or it's Ivy Cudgel into the Great Tusk, and they need to survive 2 Sucker Punches. And Ogerpons can be built to do that. This one is not. Into Chien-Pao is the guaranteed win. Nope, that's fine. We're playing Sucker Punch until the rest of the game is over. I will still do this, even though they're absolutely spiky shielding. We have to play a Sucker Punch mind game. I've got the huge advantage. I just need to get every turn right. They need to get... No, I need to not get one turn wrong. They need to get every turn right. But I can definitely do this until at least the rain is stalled. And then regardless, my Sacred Sword might be able to KO them. Swords Dance doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, if Sacred Sword's close enough, you know, I'm still going to Sucker Punch. Okay, they just attacked. They gave up. That's fine. Like I said, like the Sucker Puncher has a huge advantage in the Sucker Punch mind game. So, the vast majority of the time I'll come out on top, because they need to get literally every single turn right. But that is perfectly acceptable. Now it's the true streak.